his mic with the great outdoors. So I got a little bit of a special treat here. If anyone's been following me or looked at my channel, you'll see I've done some reviews on some e-bikes. Well, I was on Craigslist the other day and I found this listing for an Ego electric scooter. I had no idea what it was. So I clicked on it and this guy had this Ego scooter for sale on Craigslist, which needed quite a bit of work, he said. He said he knew nothing about it. He got it through passing in his family, and his uncle had gotten it from his uncle. So anyway, he knew nothing about it. So drove up, picked it up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. And I'm going to make a video of kind of going through this thing until you know, it's fully rideable and you can do everything you want with it. This is exactly the way I got it. It was covered up with a blue tarp and basket hanging off the front. It's got a flat tire. The body's in pretty good shape. Looks like it needs a, I don't know if that's a brake cable or a throttle cable running down here. Looks pretty messed up. It does have a sticker on it. It says this is a 2004. If you look on the internet, you don't see a whole lot on these. It was a small company at the time that was trying to get into the e-bike, e-scooter, e-vehicle market, and it struggled quite a bit. But I don't know how many of these they made. They made quite a few. It's got a power meter, headlight switch. That's where your charge port is. It's an old computer cable. Comes with mirrors, both sides. Got a front disc brake, kickstand. Let's see what else we got here. Big old tail light. Big old tail light. And it's got shocks. It's got suspension in the front. So this thing's put together pretty well. We'll have to go through the entire scooter and see what we find. So bear with me through this video. I don't know what I'm going to do or what we're going to run into, so stay tuned. So we're going to take a look at the batteries. The guy told me that he'd put in new batteries in it. And I'm assuming the batteries are underneath here. So I just loosened the screws up just because it's hard to do with one hand here. So, oh, look at that. Looks like nice. Oh, wow. We can see that's very loose. That side's tight. That side's tight. Huh. Side's tight. Wow, look at the size of that motor under there. Two horsepower. Huh. Alright. Mainly I wanted to check the wires. I'm going to try plugging it in and charging it. And I just wanted to make sure that the wires are connected right. That doesn't look right. Not sure what that is. A black and a red wire going into a connection there. We'll have to figure that out. Alright, let's keep working at it. I think I'm going to plug it in and see if it charges. Okay, I got a power cord. We're going to plug this power cord in real quick and then see what happens. if I see any sparks flying, actually, I'm going to tighten that connection up there first. You'll get a couple wrenches for that. Okay, I got that connection tight. Let's plug it in and see what happens. Let's plug it in. I'm a little scared. Oh, look at that. Huh. I hear from up front here, it sounds like a fan from maybe a charger. Look at that. Notice we got a couple screws here missing. Someone's been in there. I gotta go in there anyway and find out what this wire is all about. This just doesn't seem right. So let's see what happens if that light goes out. So I went ahead and took this top cover off just to see what was in there. Looks like a regular automotive starter relay. Couple breakers. And way down in there, I don't know if you can see it, is a charger. That's what's running right now. We have these screws going up the side here that were kind of gave me a fit. It's just your Allen head screws. And then I had one that was, the end of it was stripped, and I had to use a screw extractor to get that little guy out. And it was stuck in there. So we're charging it up right now, and we'll put this cover back on. Who knows, we may be riding this before you know it. I did straighten out the headlight, and then I'll check the specs on this. It's belt driven, it's not chain. It's got actually 2 belts in it, but it's belt driven, and it feels extremely tight. It doesn't give, so I gotta figure out what the specs are. I may have to make an adjustment on that. But it actually has 2 belts. It's got one on that side, and then down the side there, I don't know if you can see that, it's got one on the other side. There we go. So I imagine it's driving some kind of pulley in there. Maybe reduction pulley or something, who knows. Alright, we're gonna let it charge overnight and see what happens. Looks like a mess. I went through all the wires and found out that I had 2 blown fuses. One in here and one down deeper in there, which control 2 things. One, the headlight, and 2, the charging. Right now it's charging. Waiting for that yellow light to go green. It should take about 5 hours. After that, I'm waiting on the inner tube for the front tire, and we'll go ahead and take it for a test ride. Now, adjusted the brakes on this and everything, so tried the other battery charger over there because I couldn't get it to charge before, so alright, have to put it back together and get the tube on there. Made quite a bit of progress in the old scooter. Got it charging. The problem with that was it blown a couple fuses. It looked like maybe from the way somebody installed the batteries on it, I don't know. But it's charging. It fully charged last night. The motor works. The headlight, the fuse is burned out too, so the headlight works. And I really didn't record much video because it's kind of boring just going through troubleshooting and stuff like that. So the next thing I did was change. I went out and got a couple bike tires and some inner tubes, and the front tire was flat, so I'm in the process of changing the back tire, and the tube. The front one's done, and when I'm done with all this, we'll take it out for a ride and see how it does. Alright, so there's the new front tire. Got that on, and started taking the back tire off. It's a little bit tricky getting the back tire off. Haven't changed it yet, so we'll get that taken care of. Cleaned it up a little bit, got it all put back together. So we'll see here in a little bit how it rides. So I'll just have to get that tire changed out. definitely different. It's definitely different. That's pretty good. I got my app on my phone showing that it does get up to about 20 miles an hour, so not too bad. All right, successful ride. I actually took this out with my son. Probably took it out about 5 miles. Now, when this thing was advertised new, they said it would go 25 miles at 20 miles an hour. It's got new AGM batteries, which I'm hoping is probably better technology than back in 2004, which is what year this was. So I'm hoping the range might be a little bit further. We did clock it at about 21 miles an hour, so it did do pretty good there. Really happy with it. Gonna play with it, see what we do with it after that. So thank you for watching, and let's see what else I can find. Talk to you later. Bye.